everyone. Welcome. Just going to wait a few moments for folks to enter the webinar. So glad that you could join us today. For housekeeping purposes, please feel free to chat your questions into the chat box, and we will address them at the end of the webinar, which is being recorded. So if you have to step away or you want to come back because you just can't get enough, we'll post it on our YouTube channel later. And then I'd also like to note that while we have allotted an hour for this session, and I could talk about Innovate Springfield all day, we'll likely get through it in less than an hour. So rather than show you examples on examples, I've put together a nice highlight to really sort of summarize our resources and programming and the value that we create for the members that we serve. So like I said, we'll likely get through it in less than an hour. But you can expect to hear kind of the who, the what, where, when, and how we support the starters we serve today. And okay, here we go. Let's get this show on the road here. Get my clicker ready. Okay, so I'm Sarah Ayers, and I started with Innovate Springfield as the community manager in 2017. I currently serve as the Business Incubation Program Coordinator, and am responsible for directing our annual schedule of events and supporting the starters that we serve in their entrepreneurial journeys. At Innovate Springfield, we are a university-led incubator through the University of Illinois Springfield, and proud. And I'm a proud graduate of UIS. I received my bachelor's in fine art and my master's in public administration from UIS. And I always say that my role here at iSpy is the perfect marriage of my skills, because I get to use my creative talents in our physical space and in supporting the starters that we serve, with my public administration background coming in nicely to support our organizational growth and the culture that we create here at iSpy. So I know I can say it for myself, but I truly believe that for all of the staff at Innovate Springfield, public service is our passion. And today I'm really excited to tell you all about our resources and programming and how we serve the starters at iSpy. So our university resources, collaboration partners, expert advisors, programs, and community of starters. We're also unveiling some new opportunities. So whether you've been with us for a while or you're new to the iSpy community, I hope that you walk away from this session just knowing how we can support you or someone else in the community that is interested in starting a business. Because it's hard. Starting a company is so hard, it's expensive, and people often don't know where to start. And so at iSpy, we're really here to help them every step of the way, because every resource that we provide is available to every member that we serve at every level. So I mentioned that we're university-led through UIS, and when we were transferred to UIS in August of 2018, we were also named the first hub in the Illinois Innovation Network. And so being university-led gives us unique access to a whole score of resources, a few of which are highlighted here on this slide, like the Illinois University Incubator Network. We've also been the host site for a Midwest ICOR node, and members have the opportunity to access venture capital through Illinois Ventures, which only funds concepts that are affiliated with the University of Illinois. So what is the IUIN, right? What's the Illinois University Incubator Network? It's a mouthful, but the IUIN provides a range of free services to the members that we serve and to other university affiliated incubators in our network. You can see here on that map of the state. So members can apply to receive market research support, logo design, website design, print media, pitch deck review, and all of these services are available to them for free through this short application. It's really been a tremendous value to the starters that we serve. We've seen so much great stuff created through this resource. Like this, for example, is an example of an Innovate Springfield's website before receiving support from the IUIN. So you can see that they have a brand identity, but this was basically the whole site, everything you see here, and it consisted of about 1 or 2 pages. And so then this is their site after the IUIN. They created a really strongly branded, dynamic website with up to 5 pages of content for the starter. And so the IUIN team will meet with the member and complete an intake process to sort of find the brand and establish the project goals. And then the intern team will do their own research and compare the members' concepts to other like concepts in the industry to achieve results like this. Oh, and then this is an example of a logo design request. So this is before the IUIN, right? This member came to the intern team and they had a vision for incorporating a racing trophy into their logo design, right? So they shared this, rough sketch and this photo at their intake meeting to establish their vision for their concept and for what they wanted from this project. And so here you can see in kind of the lower middle of the page, the lovely logo that they were able to render based on this member's vision. And it really does capture that racing trophy and the R and everything that they were looking for there. So after completing the logo design process, this member submit a second request for web development starting from scratch, from absolute zero. And this is the site that they were able to create for her unique racing communications company. So again, creating a strongly branded dynamic website with up to 5 pages of content, because iSpy members are experts in their respective fields, right? They're freelancers, they're artisans, they're researchers. They're not necessarily experts at logo design and website development. So the IUIN process really allows the members to focus on what they're good at, while the interns at the IUIN gain experiential learning opportunities and with real world companies, and they walk away with really strong portfolio pieces for when they graduate. And so other members have taken advantage of the IUIN's secondary market research resources to determine their market size and location, for instance. Pack to Fit is an example. They were able to determine through their engagement in the program that there was not a market for their endeavor here, which is truly a high value when you consider how precious our time and monetary resources are to be, spinning wheels and investing in something that can't truly be supported in this community. So that's just one example of how this the IUIN creates values for the members that we serve. Well, that's a few examples, I guess. Anyway, so another opportunity available to the members, right, all the university resources, is the opportunity to receive SBIR support and to participate in the Midwest ICOR program. ICOR is designed to accelerate the transfer of cutting edge research into commercial success, right? And to prepare the people who participate in the program to successfully apply and receive SBIR and STTR grants. Innovate Springfield has hosted 2 ICOR cohorts since we were founded. We hosted one in 2017 and another in 2019. And we've graduated 16 individuals from the program, like the folks you see here. And this picture, this is Natalie Kerr. She's a UIS student who participated in ICOR. You can see her kind of here off to the left-hand side of that pic. She went on to win the Illinois Innovator of the Year award after participating in ICOR. And that included an all expenses paid trip to Germany to participate in the Falling Walls Lab Global Finale for her technology, which uses science to provide a solution to the way agricultural runoff harms wetland environments, right? Like super exciting, cutting edge research. And this opportunity is available to us through our university resources. And then Deborah Mukherjea She is at SIU School of Medicine, and she participated in our 2017 ICOR cohort and has since been awarded a Phase 1 SBIR grant for her work to prevent and restore hearing loss. So we're currently gauging interest to assess whether or not we should host another ICOR in the summer, so stay tuned for that. That's not the end of our university resources, though. I know you're on the edge of your seats, everyone. I'm excited to introduce you to Pam Shellhorn. She's an extension specialist with the U of I Extension Office, and Pam has an extensive background in economic development across the state. Her areas of expertise are specifically in finance, marketing, legal structure, and strategic planning. And she has a special interest in working with creative entrepreneurs. So for all of our creative entrepreneurs out there, reach out to Pam. She just loves it. She lives for it. And then Jeffrey Staker is our Central Region Entrepreneur in Residence. And Jeff has really extensive experience in the clinical, diagnostic, and biopharmaceutical industry. So that's a big mouthful. His area of expertise includes just science on science, method development, qualification, life cycle management for peptides and protein therapeutics. So science. If anyone's working in the science field or the med tech, biotech realm, I would highly recommend that they reach out to Jeff because his experience is just beyond anything I could articulate in this conversation. But both Pam and Jeff provide one-on-one support to iSpy members by appointment, and you can access their contact information through the resources page on our website. And then this is Daniel Gambell, and he's an associate with Illinois Ventures. And that's the venture firm I mentioned earlier that invests exclusively in concepts affiliated with the University of Illinois, and that includes the members of Innovate Springfield. Daniel also provides one-on-one support to the members by appointment, and then he graciously volunteers to support our programming as well. So he has done iSpy hacks with us and come in and provide office hours too. So thank you, Daniel. And then Jennifer Martin is a professor at UIS, and she lives above Cafe Moxo downtown, and we kind of went through some stuff together. We got hired at the same time, Jennifer and I, so we kind of bumped into each other, and she volunteers her time graciously to provide free copy editing resources to the members of Innovate Springfield. So I can recall one member who reached out to Dr. Martin with a professional bio, right? She's like, please edit my bio. And so Dr. Martin worked her editing magic, and the member came back and was like, oh my gosh, I like myself so much better now after reading this. And so I feel like we could all use a second pair of eyes on our written work. And this is just another great example of how the resources at Innovate Springfield wrap around the members to make what is often a team of one or two people feel like a team of many, right? Because startup life is hard. Okay, so I feel like I could talk about our university resources all day long, but it's time to move on to our collaboration partners, starting with Brown Hand Stevens. This is Chuck Davis and David Hennessy, and the attorneys at Brown Hand Stevens have supported Innovate Springfield from our inception. They provide free 30-minute legal consultations to the members that we serve on the first and third Tuesday of each month. So a typical first consult would be to determine a business's appropriate legal structure, right? Like an LLC versus sole proprietor, or to establish partnership agreements, perhaps. And iSpy members can count on this consult because their needs change over the life of their companies, right? And they can bring anything to the table. Other common inquiries that they can help the members with include patents, trademarking, intellectual property rights, contracts and lease agreements. But it should be noted that while the consult is free, anything above and beyond that consult is at the expense of the member, that they are very clear about that. So it's just a great resource. And then another longtime collaboration partner at Innovate Springfield is Sikich Accounting. The accountants at Sikich also provide free 30-minute appointments for office hours with the members. And that's on the first and third Wednesday of each month. So similar to Brown, Hay, and Stevens, members can bring anything to the table and receive free guidance from the advisors. But note, they aren't going to process your taxes as part of the consult, right? They're very clear about their fees for their services, though. So members can book these appointments through our website calendar or through our weekly email update or by reaching out to our fabulous office manager, Trish. So another great resource, because again, it's so daunting to start a company and you don't always know even where to start. And so having these initial consults right when you come in the door is just a great way to, establish a strong foundation, get the guidance you need to move to that next step. But the collaboration partners don't stop there. Brett Jackson is the Chief Excitement Officer at Systemax, and he provides one-on-one marketing and strategy support to the members by appointment, also on our resources page on our website. And then don't forget Kevin Lust from the Small Business Development Center. He provides one-on-one mentorship and support to Innovate Springfield members with a really strong expertise and background in formal business plan development. So for folks who are looking for that traditional bank loan, I definitely recommend that they reach out to Kevin. And for folks who are looking for marketing assistance, I feel like that's a request that we get all the time. People say, I just really am struggling with how to market myself, or I don't know where to start. Brett Jackson's here. Have that consultation with him. See where the conversation leads you. Okay, more collaboration partners. So the members that we serve, not only do they span industries and stages of business, right? They're also generationally, ethnically, socioeconomically, otherwise a just very diverse population of individuals, right? And our goal at Innovate Springfield is to provide meaningful support to everyone that we serve. And we know that individuals who identify as minorities face unique barriers in starting a company, right? And that's where our collaboration with the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, Office of Minority and Economic Empowerment comes in to provide extra support to the members that we serve. Because the goal is to ensure that minority enterprises have an equal opportunity to contribute to the growth of the Illinois economy. And so these people are here to help individuals navigate all of the resources available, many of which, they're changing all of the time. So it's just impossible for any one person to keep up with, only that's their job to do that for the starters we serve. So Matthew Simpson, Diana Alfara, and Ivy Hart are available to Innovate Springfield members by appointment, and they connect them to opportunities, targeted programs and resources, and to just advocates in the community. Matt serves African American businesses, Arab American businesses, persons with disabilities who own a business, and veteran business owners. Diana serves Latin American business owners and Native American business owners. And Ivy serves women business owners, Asian American business owners, and Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander business owners. And all of them are listed on our resources page on our website, and their contact information is there too. Take a drink really quick. Okay, Bunker Labs, get to know them. Innovate Springfield has hosted Bunker Labs, whose work is specific to supporting veteran business owners and connecting them to resources to help grow their businesses. And we hosted them for a Bunker and Brews, which we're really looking forward to doing again once the pandemic lifts. But in the meantime, really, we just wanted to make sure that the veteran starters we serve know that Bunker Labs is available to them. Expert advisors, I know you're excited. Last year, we launched a new program at Innovate Springfield called the Growth Advisory Panel Program, or I like to call it the GAP. The Growth Advisory Program, it connects Innovate Springfield members to a panel of experts based on a short intake assessment for an hour-long strategy session. So the members will fill out a form identifying their needs, and then we'll connect them to the advisors who can support those needs and provide strategy around that. And those sessions are held every month. And then in those sessions, the panel will determine, what the next steps are, whether they'll meet again, make outside connections, collaborate individually. We currently have 25 expert advisors in the pool, and they're spanning industries in areas of expertise. But I really wanted to take this opportunity to highlight the individuals who do volunteer their time to serve on the GAP and support the work of the members we serve, so that, so you all can know that these people are here for you. Like Debbie Thompson with Horace Mann, and Mike O'Shea from O'Shea Builders, Ron John Carey from UIS, and Julie Kreibel from Sikich Accounting. Shout out to Courtney Babiak from Troxel, Mark Donovan from INB, Evelyn Ivy from Financial Keepers LLC and iSpy member, and Chuck Clark and Jamie Ratterman from Bunn. Special thanks as well to Kalpana Krishnamurthy from Bits.io, Chuck Davis from Brown Hand Stevens, he can't get enough of iSpy. Cha-cha-ching. Rusty Jones from Hello Water, also an iSpy member, and Larry Sweat from BiPetro. And let's not forget Terry Noel from Encore Consulting, Declan Binninger from the Illinois Emergency Management Agency, Justina Schock from Trailhead Healing Arts Center, and Brett Jackson from Systemax, another big fan of iSpy. Thanks, Brett. But the list keeps going with Darren Bishop from Aptillon Inc., Rob Newbold from the Illinois Manufacturing Excellence Center, Matt Thomas from the LM Thomas Group, and Donna Rogers from Rogers Consulting. And last but certainly not least, because we appreciate each and every one of our expert supporters, Rasha Saeed from Sensible Innovations, Pam Shellhorn again from the U of I Extension Office. Hi, Pam. Kelly Gus from HR Full Circle, and Brent Schwoer from Ingrained. And so here are just some testimonies of what strategy recipients have said about the Growth Advisory Panel experience. And we continue to accept intake requests on a rolling basis. So if you've got a need, fill out that form on our website. And we're looking forward to hosting our first Growth Advisory Panel of this year in February. So it's coming right up. If you're interested in learning more about the GAP and about the value that it's created for the members who have participated in it, you can read about it on our website. And then this is some testimony from the panelists who have participated in the Growth Advisory Panel program. As the facilitator of each session, I can say they really are fast-paced, and I've observed the sessions as a high-value experience for everyone at the table. We're all learning and growing from each other. So if you also have an interest in volunteering your time to support a starter, you can fill out an intake form to become a panelist on our website. Okay, so we've talked about our university resources, our collaboration partners, and our expert advisors, but there's even more to business incubation at Innovate Springfield. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. We've got a robust schedule of professional development workshops. We provide one-on-one coaching opportunities, as well as just the community of like-minded starters. Oh, 3-Day Startup. So I don't know if I've mentioned our student membership or our membership classifications yet, because every opportunity is available to every member. But Innovate Springfield supports student entrepreneurs with a free membership. And since being acquired by UIS, our student membership has really grown. And last year, we were able to host our first virtual 3-day startup event, which runs student starters through the entrepreneurial process in a 72-hour weekend boot camp. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh. And because we hosted the event virtually, we were able to create a global event. So participants, we had students from UIS, Northeastern Illinois University, and Mumbai University in India. And then we were also able to draw expert panelists and advisors from across the globe to participate as well. So we had supporters from here in Illinois, from the iSpy network, Texas, and from Paris, France. It was so much fun. You can learn about the concepts that were founded at 3DS at iSpy on our website, but I also want to just say, special thanks and shout out to our event sponsor, CEFCU, for supporting this opportunity, because it was just a really great opportunity for everyone who participated. So for individuals who have a new idea, or maybe you've been in business for a little while, but you're looking to establish a stronger foundation, or a strategy maybe, or you're introducing a new product or service, we run a 10-week program called Costarters twice a year, in the spring and in the fall. And Costarters participants meet every Wednesday for 3 hours, and they go through the program together. So learning and collaborating with one another. And it really runs them through, similar to 3-day startup, through the entrepreneurial process over the course of that 10 weeks. So they really get to know who they are and what their strengths and weaknesses are and how to build a team around that. They get to know their customer and fine-tune their message. They find their break-even point and create a strategy for the future, right? So we started running Costarters at Innovate Springfield in the spring of 2019. And running 2 cohorts a year, we've already graduated 27 individuals from the program. And some of them have already gone on to establish brick and mortars right here in downtown Springfield. Like Patrick Russell, he's the founder of Reverie Apparel, and Gordon Davis, the founder of Whimsy Tea Company. So if you have an idea for a startup, or someone who has an idea and they don't know maybe what to do with it, I'd highly recommend Costarters. The next cohort is scheduled to run March through May, and the application is available on our website. Oh, but there's more. You know it. We host a monthly peer meetup on the second Tuesday of each month at 4 p.m. And we're getting ready to release a curated members-only resources library that's full of past presentations and recordings and links to support the whole entrepreneur, as we like to say, right? Because we are complex individuals living in a complex world. And it truly, supporting a small business starter is a lot more than just business coaching. It's everything that we do. So last year, we launched a new concept called iSpy Hacks, because Zoom fatigue is so real, but we also wanted to make learning fast and easy to consume for the members. So it's been a real hit with over 2,400 views across our platforms. And we've covered topics like leadership and email marketing and self-care. So stay tuned for that, because we've got more iSpy hacks in store. And if you feel like you've got something that you want to share with the iSpy community in a hack, definitely reach out, because we are all ears on that. Okay, so, and we ask our members, what do you want from the programming schedule? What do you want to see, and how can we support you? And we use their needs and their feed forward to really drive the work that we do and to how we approach our calendar of events. So definitely keep up with us, because everything is happening, and this is all that we could fit on the slide. Okay, community, right? Because at Innovate Springfield, community is what it's all about. This is the most collaborative, supportive, and authentic environment that I've ever worked in. Can I get emotional? I'm not just saying it because I work here. Okay, seriously, Innovate Springfield is amazing, and all of the people who work here are amazing, and everyone is so supportive and great. And that's really the secret sauce to what we do here. So we meet for coffee every Wednesday morning. We used to gather in our physical space all kinds for Food Fest and programs and brain breaks, and we are so looking forward to being able to do that again. But we've also really leaned into this virtual world that we're living in, and unveiled our iSpy SEO mob and our soon to be released members only Slack channel, right? Because we are living in the virtual world. Okay, so you're probably like, Sarah, pump the brakes. This is so much. And it is, I know it is. But honestly, I feel like this is just the tip of the iceberg of the iSpy, resources, opportunities. And the real magic is in the people who call iSpy their work home, and in the passion and value that they bring to our community every day, right? So you can keep up with us by bookmarking our website. You can follow our calendar of events, which is amazing. Our office manager, Trish, is constantly curating like all the external events that we can find and putting them on the site so that we can serve as your one-stop shop for any business related programming that's out there. And then our website also has our roster of experts. It has details on our individual programs, our application for membership, you name it. If you want it sent directly to you, I'd highly recommend that you subscribe to our weekly email and follow us on social media. And then the iSpy staff are also always available, so don't ever hesitate to reach out to us with questions. Our contact information is on the staff page on our site. Okay, so that's a wrap for the program for today. I'm seeing some questions come through, so we can definitely get to that. Happy to answer any questions that you have about how we support the members at Innovate Springfield, and I really appreciate you all taking the time to be here today, so thank you. Let's see here, the question that we received. What is the membership fee to take advantage of small business assistance mentioned? Oh, and it looks like Katie responded to that already. So membership starts at $50 a month. And again, like we said, it includes everything that we offer. So everything's available to every member at every level. And then it kind of scales up from there. So we have dedicated workstations at $100 a month, and then private offices that range from $300 to $600 a month. And then the student membership that we mentioned is also, it's free to students. So if you are between the ages of 18 and 23, or you're currently enrolled in a post-secondary undergraduate program, a lifelong learner, right? You could be any age, then you can take advantage of the free student membership at Innovate Springfield. Okay, and then we've got a question here about the IUIN. It says, you mentioned how interns at the IUIN support the members, and how can you become one of those interns? Katie, did you want to jump on and answer that question?
I didn't. Sorry, I think I accidentally clicked that you could be answering it live.
Okay.
So,
well, I think
I'm gonna copy the question and just put it in the chat so we save it for posterity, but you can go ahead and answer it. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So those opportunities, internship opportunities, are available to students at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. So you would have to be a student at the UIUC and go through the process to apply to become one of those interns. It's a competitive program. The interns who participate in it have gone on to be hired by Google and Pixel and all over the world. They create just fantastic products. So it's sorry, go ahead, Katie.
I will jump on and add to that, Noah. So we are actually having a meeting next week with University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign to talk about some of their student engagement activities and the way that they are able to, they've developed these internship programs that they have there to potentially replicate at UIS. So it could be something down the road. It's certainly a goal of ours to connect our members to interns in that way. Sarah and I have also had conversations internally at UIS with folks about project-based internships, similar to the type of support that's being offered through the IUIN. where it's just kind of very project specific rather than you're an intern for a length of time. So while we don't have that yet here at UIS, one, we do have the opportunity to connect you to that program at UIUC if you are a student there. And two, we are working on ways of engaging our own students at UIS in that same type of capacity.
That's a great question also. And thank you, Katie. And if anyone has any other questions. No more questions? Okay, well, we are available to support you, and please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, I know it's a little dry to listen to resources and programming overview, but I really appreciate that you all took the time, and I appreciate your engagement and participation in the iSpy community. It really means a lot to us. Katie, did you have anything else you want to say before we log off?
No, just thanks everyone for joining. And Sarah has recorded this, so it will be available if you want to kind of take a minute and let it digest, and then you want to come back to it. And then you can also always, as Sarah mentioned, reach out to any one of us on staff at iSpy, or our website is really a good comprehensive overview of all of these resources available to you. But one last plug for that weekly email. That is just, to me, a tremendous value that we offer and provide to not only our members, our potential members, and our stakeholders. And it just really gives a great overview of not only everything that's happening at Innovate Springfield, but a lot of things that are going on in the community as well. We have a lot of community partners that are doing a lot of really great programming too, and we make sure that we highlight those every week. It's a good read. It's just one of those good things to add to your kind of weekly consumption list. You're gonna be smarter for it. So we always want to add that type of stuff into our routines rather than just the mindless scrolling. So this is some good stuff.
Great, thank you, Katie, and thank you all so much. And enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you in cyberspace, everybody.